Welcome to Halftime Heroes with the latest sports news from around the Mornington Peninsula. With Adam Kelly, Peter Susovich, Neil Craig, Leigh McQuillen, Luke Harris and Chris Gamble. Take it away, Adam.
G'day sports fans and welcome to another episode of the Halftime Heroes. We are back in Suss's garage and what a big week of football it is. It's finals time in the MP final. Div 1, the Stonecats flex their muscles and end Edithvale Aspendale. They are the final specialists. The Stonecats, they're not going anywhere. The reigning premiers, Eliza, win the battle in the midfield in the game that could have gone either way at Olympic Park, Rosebud. And in Div 2, Devon Meadows footy netball club had all the answers up until half-time. The Bombers' big bodies said, well, we've had enough of that. And they went out and went whack, whack, whack down at Crib Point. And the Dales, trailing by 26 points at half-time, returned after the break and said, we're going to do a little bit better than that, Commish, kicking 10 goals to 2 in the second half at Baxter Park. It has been a huge week of finals. If you want to get in touch with the Halftime Heroes, you can hit us up on socials, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. It's all happening, Commish.
Grindr. Bloody
Tinder.
I
saw you on that.
Macca's on Grindr. Loves it.
Or you can reach us on email at halftimeheroes.mpvanel@gmail.com.au. And no, not .au because it's a Gmail. Bloody hell, how am I going? And this, of course, Toyota. Really, does it get any better? Frankston, Mornington and Rosebud, thanks for being the major sponsor of the Halftime Heroes. Let's get into it. Hello to you, Commish.
Hello, Adam. How are you?
You found the hat.
Found the hat.
I had that thing on yesterday. We were pretty proud of you. We were looking for you in the crowd. You were very easy to find.
And there it was on the big bonds. But good win by the boys.
Yes.
I thought the game wasn't in that much doubt, Adam. I thought the play was down either our end a fair bit.
No, going into it, I think it was 50-50.
Red hot 50-50 ball
absolutely.
game.
Getting into it, before the game, it was 50-50. It was a pretty one-sided affair, though, after quarter-time break.
Was. Bad luck for our old mate Gammers.
Yes.
Going out in an hour of footy, but a bloody hell of a year, mate. So well done.
Yep.
Proud of you, heroes, aren't we?
Absolutely.
It was a great year.
What a turnaround. Hello to you, Macca.
Yeah, good to be here, Adam.
Absolutely.
It was a great weekend of footy, wasn't it?
Wasn't it, mate?
We caught up a bit over the weekend.
It was fantastic.
You kind of want to be everywhere, don't you?
You sort of do.
You
want to be at all these
one.
different grounds, and then you're getting text messages from other grounds, and you're trying to look at scores, and it's exciting. It's exciting.
It's
great time of the year, except for the weather, but, we can do...
Well, it wasn't too bad.
Yeah, it didn't
yesterday rained a little bit.
It
was.
Yeah.
It was.
Change your game a little bit. We'll talk about that, but it changed the game when the rain arrived.
I think it did. Yeah. I think it did as well. Hello to you, Jake.
Hello, short pass. How are you?
Short pass.
Short ass.
Short ass, yeah. Well,
compared to you. Geez, you were just prominent up there. I went not up, just on the hill with
his
the mates.
head's still inflated from being
and then
up.
he'd just come and check on us.
Exactly
He'd come and check on us
I
every
missed
now and
the
then.
high perch of the game post box.
Yeah. Well, I think
down on the
Harves's head couldn't allow you to get in it. It was that big.
Sorry, sir.
Oh, look, he's tapping his foot. Hello to you, Chief.
Macca said they enjoyed every game. Wanted to be around. Where were you Saturday?
Saturday, I was at a Baffa game, St. Bede's and someone or other.
Someone or other.
I'm just going to go whack.
Yeah.
My son-in-law to be. Well, I hope he is. But so it's different footy up there, isn't it?
Yeah, it's very,
it's very nice. It's very
moves on. This ball.
Everyone's very quiet. Everyone's very polite.
No
drinking. No drinking.
Golf clap.
No drinking doesn't make a difference.
It makes a big difference.
How did you get through that?
I reckon the umpires get a reprieve in that.
Yeah.
Do they?
Leave pass.
I had little grandkids there, so I walked about 35 laps of the oval with the grandkids because they don't want to watch the footy. They're 2 and 4. There's a playground there. I didn't see any footy, really. But really wanted to be back down and watching. I thought, geez, I wonder if I can make Cribby, at 3 o'clock.
You might not fit in, mate. There was a fair crowd there.
Yeah. There was a big crowd, wasn't it? It was actually a great crowd. Both games that we attended, wasn't it, Chief? It was unbelievable.
Greatest burgers ever had at Cribby.
I know, you shared that on socials.
Yeah, very great. And
they got around you.
Yeah, and I love Rosebud. It was the best parking. I just got straight in. Nice park.
Yeah.
Chaperoned the boys.
They know who you are, mate.
Yeah, they just guided us in. all the marshals. So that was really good.
No,
And what I love about Rosebud too, and why if Frankston did somehow, which they didn't end up beating Footscray, but if they did somehow have the finals at Rosebud, that second oval, that back oval they call it, the back oval, that smaller ground which is attached to the council offices. There's 400 odd car parks in there, so it could have easily taken
easily in comparison to maybe Balnarring over the weekend.
Oh, what?
Yeah, so Balnarring had finals down there over the weekend.
Oh, junior finals.
Yes.
Yes.
and the week before. And the fantastic Balnarring
There's nothing there.
junior footy club rang up the council to ask for assistance if they can hand for traffic. And the council did a fantastic job of raising around $30,000 in parking tickets.
Oh, you're joking.
So,
No.
yeah, so all the out-of-towners
Jesus, they're red hot, aren't they?
came down to Bell. And I'm tipping the council would have also given them an event permit to allow them to park. And I don't think there's any no standing signs on Balnarring roads around that area. So, yeah.
That's bloody
That's
shameful.
criminal.
Yeah, it's hit
God,
media.
wake up.
Yeah, it's hit media. So.
Jesus, everyone's trying to promote sport and kids getting out and having a kick.
Yeah,
you
it
do
is
that, you
interesting
Pelicans.
that you say though Rosebud because the parking is elite.
It is.
And we went to Chelsea the week before, and
Yes.
it's a lot
Yeah.
different at Chelsea.
Big time.
I'm trying to find a park there.
Especially when there's
Warren-
finals in the next paddock.
Yeah,
Southern
correct.
finals the next.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I parked
so-
3 blocks away at Chelsea.
Yeah, I was the
Yeah.
same. As
I
you.
parked at
I was-
EDF's and caught the 158.
Yeah, because Edie's you got to park in people's driveways over there.
And did you see the Cribby Boys Mad Monday out in the Bay? They had the
Yes.
sub out?
Yep.
Yeah, that's good.
Oh.
I think they had 2 subs out. didn't they? That's a Mad Monday.
Mate,
that's gone
that
really
is a
nuts, isn't it?
bathtub. If that's all that we've got to offer is that
That's it.
little piss tank bloody
Fantastic.
bathtub that was
Did you
going
see that
through
back
the
in
bay.
I didn't see it,
The
no,
sub
no.
and it was
No. I think it's something we need to discuss, like earlier next year when we get to this point of finals, right? We've brought up the fact that these finals possibly should be switching, locations, so that we
Yes.
don't have these home finals
Correct.
like we
Yeah.
spoke about this year,
Yeah.
but also the parking and the setups and all that sort of stuff.
Yep.
Like, I think that's got to be brought up early. I know the comps, they're going to have to look at it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because-
That's okay. EDF's and Chelsea and Bond Beach, they've got a train line. That's what the social media said.
It's all about the train line.
Yeah, you can catch the train to the footy. Give me a fucking break.
Too bad if you how are you going to go from like down south?
Yeah.
You can't. You've got to
Yeah.
you got to catch the 788 with all the junkies on it to go to Frankston and then
Yeah.
jump on the Frankston line to go up there, or you
Yeah.
catch the bus to the Stony Point over
Yeah.
to Crib Point. Or the ferry to Queenscliff, and
It's
then
a
the
long way.
Queenscliff ferry to fucking Phillip
a long
Island, and
way
then
to-
to Crib Point.
Yeah, it's a long
Mate,
way to get around.
it
It
is,
probably
it
wouldn't
is.
do that. But the Rosebud ground is just average, isn't it?
The Rosebud ground,
The deck itself.
it
is-
has-
the
it has
deck
deteriorated
has
badly,
probably
hasn't it?
dropped off a little bit, but I guess for the spectacle, it's quite good though.
Yeah, yeah.
Like as in,
Yeah.
you do talk about ease of getting around again, ease of watching, ease of parking, all that sort of stuff. It's good for that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And and I know there's a lot of conjecture around we're hosting a final this week.
That's
and
right.
Our,
Yes.
our ground's quite small.
Yep.
So
You reckon?
for a spectacle, but from a
great to-
parking
it's a great-
point of view, there's a fair bit of parking
And
there.
viewing.
And,
It's a-
and
yeah.
viewing, it'll be through the
viewing
roof.
is
elite
phenomenal
viewing.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So it's.
But
I
then
find
you've
it
got the
interesting.
shopping centre, which is really quiet now that they've
Yep.
got obviously the main one out the back. So that
Yep.
shopping centre can hold a shit ton of cars at
It can.
Mornington as well.
Yep.
And then the back streets and whatnot.
Yeah,
And now that it's
Yeah.
closed as well.
yeah.
So there's
Yeah.
plenty of parking there.
Yeah, well that's
Yeah.
true. That's
Yeah,
true.
right.
And there's
Yeah.
underground as well.
I reckon we can just solve just about any problem. here.
I reckon
But
we can.
Any
Let's talk
problem.
about it.
Just ask
early.
us.
Let's get it on
talk
the agenda
about
early.
it early.
So we spoke about this a couple of weeks ago. I'm not
Yeah.
sure if you were on, but we spoke about it a couple of weeks ago, didn't we, Chief? About how we how finals and the destinations around finals need to be sort of not drawn out of a hat, but there needs to be a better process around it, and there needs to be a contingency plan, like what happened to Summy last week playing on Chelsea's home deck.
Yeah.
There needs to be a contingency plan if that happens. Who's plan B? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it happens early, so then there's no. Like even before the home and away season starts, it goes, okay, what clubs are putting your hand up? And then you go, bang, this is what we've chosen. And then this is the contingency plan around clubs making
Yeah,
finals.
yeah,
It's a bit of a no-brainer for me. Like,
Yeah.
it's not that hard.
I think Gammers' idea the other week was great, where you have your Div 2 teams play at Div 1 grounds and your Div 1 teams play at Div 2
Yeah,
grounds.
well,
We can go
again,
like for
that's-
like oval
Yeah.
size.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's an easy fix. No one has a home
Yeah.
advantage. Deck size doesn't really change too much
Yeah, yeah.
across the divisions.
Yeah.
It's really not hard, is
He
it?
gets the odd decent thought, Gammers, doesn't he?
He does. He goes all right.
Very few and far between. But that's not a
Anyway,
bad one.
Adam, I'm good.
Yeah, I was coming. I was coming back to that. You are good. It was very good to hang out with you for both days as well. Well done to to Spook and for Macca for all your work over the weekend.
How were they?
The Halftime Hero family absolutely eat that shit up. Your intel in what should be happening, what's been happening, and then almost word for word, and I know Spook absolutely just jacks off on it.
He does.
He bangs you on the chest. He goes, they're doing what we just said. And he just absolutely loves it. But, mate, well done. It's really well received, so appreciate that.
Thanks, mate.
And a couple of weeks to go. Hang in there, a couple of weeks to go.
Yeah, no, I'm keen to keep going. It's enjoyable.
Yeah.
Sort of makes you really watch the game intently.
Yeah.
And it's nice too having a bit of a background from Division 1, so you know a little bit about the club.
Exactly.
We did it in Divi 2 the other day. I did enjoy it.
Yep.
But you had to study a little bit going into it because I haven't watched those sides. I know a little bit about Bombers, but I don't know a lot about Devon, having not been there for a couple of years. So had to do a bit of study, but it was good. It was really good. So I'm sure we'll get into that game. But
Absolutely. Well, speaking of that, let's get you ready, Chief. Let's do it. What?
Yeah, we're ready to
Okay, let's go. Division 1 football was played out on the 30th of August, Saturday it was. It was a qualifying final between, and let's look at this one first, please, boys. It was Frankston YCW, the Stonecats, the almighty Stonecats, taking on Edithvale Aspendale Football Netball Club. Victors were the Stonecats by 39 points, 13-18-96, defeating Edie Asp 8-9-57. Down at RJ Rowley Reserve it was. And from all reports, Macca, it was unbelievable down there as well. What a venue to host finals also. In the best four, Frankston YC it was, please, Jake.
We had Byron Barry, Jack Greenwood, Ned Cahill, Blake Mullane, and Patrick Baloink.
And for Edithvale,
we had Toby Arms, Hugo Clark, Liam Hiscock, Jordan Gallucci, and Tarkin White.
Yeah, Byron Barry, just the absolute, and Ned Cahill, how many goals did he end up kicking, Jake, in the end?
He ended up kicking 4 goals for the day.
So a very, very...
Four or 5?
4.
Only 4? Oh, he's 5 points. That's right. I got mixed up with that.
Yep, 5 points, 4 goals.
Oh, that
One of the best matches Byron Barry has played for the year.
Old Sleepy Joe just making mistakes.
Oh, no. Oh, that was a very calculated mistake. That was very well done by you, Sleepy Joe.
Bloody good 5-pointer.
Yeah. So
No, so that was good by Byron.
No, he's you put those names in the best, and YC. We're going to talk about it later, but what a mouth-watering proposition Macca, Rosebud and YC are. The matchups all over the field are just to die for it, eh? So it's going to be great to pull that one apart with your intel.
It'll be great to watch it. I'll be there. It'll be at Mornington. I was just looking at some of the numbers going into this game, and I know, I just wonder whether Edie come in limping a little bit to this one.
Yeah.
So Pendlebury's hurt himself early in the game. Vickery's not playing.
Yeah.
You've got Gallucci, Diggins and Lopo who have had 30 possessions between them all. Gallucci's down playing in the goal square. Lopo was possibly near him as well.
Yes.
Diggins at 16. That is half of what you get out of that bloke.
Correct.
Yeah.
So I just wonder with the 5 of them, that's 5 absolute genuine A-grade stars in any side in the competition. And they haven't been near the footy at all. I mean, 2 of them really didn't play, Pendlebury and Vickery, because Pendlebury ended up early. And then you've got 2 blokes, I think it was Martello and Toby Arms, sitting in the top 10 for possession getters, and the other 8 were YC boys.
Yeah.
Anyone missing from Frankston YCW?
The big fella at full forward wasn't playing.
Correct. Riley.
Darcy.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Again.
Yes, again.
Okay.
YC played with 42 points, Macca, and 36 for Edithvale Aspendale.
Would I be right in saying that he's carrying points, the big fella? He is not a 1-pointer. He's a 2-pointer.
Darcy?
Could he have been squeezed out? Did you just say they played at 42?
No,
Yeah, they played 42.
Definitely injured.
I heard that he's injured.
Points too. Just
But but that's a very fair point.
Because they'd have to make room provided he's
Absolutely
healthy
right.
coming back.
Correct.
He would have come over as a 3, wouldn't he?
He would have come as a 3
And
originally.
he's played there
he'd
for
be
2 years, so he should only be 1, shouldn't he?
He's 1 year because he played at Kringle every year we won the flag.
Yeah, right. Okay.
So he's a 2-pointer.
Yes, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Interesting to note too, Mullane and Goonan, 14 clearances.
Yeah. Yeah.
Crazy. That's huge numbers, those two. So on that Mornington ground, that's going to be a 1 wood.
14 apiece.
14 total, but it's
14
big
total.
numbers.
Yeah,
it's
that's
big numbers.
huge.
huge numbers out of especially when you're playing, Edithvale, Aspendale. When you're looking at those centre clearances, it's super important, isn't it?
Oh, especially down at RJ Raleigh Reserve, you've got a bit of a smaller
Yeah.
deck there. If you're winning centre clearances most of the time, it's not a massive kick to get it deep into forward 50. So if you can control the game that way, you're looking pretty Mickey Mouse for the whole game.
Yeah.
We know that Edithvale, and how are you going? Jeez Louise. We know that no, it's just the chief. We're fine. Get your shit together, executive producer. We know that you mentioned it earlier on those couple of injuries. We know that they've been struggling with injuries, Edithvale, Aspendale, for the last sort of 3 to 4 weeks, haven't they? We weren't sure whether they were resting some, but they were genuine. Lopo had a shoulder. Diggins has been absolutely starring, but also carrying a small injury as well. So
Gallucci's the other one, because we played him in round 1 and he was elite out of the blocks. Ex-Adelaide Crows, he was elite. So he's sort of had a couple of things happen throughout the year, and I reckon they've just thrown him into a final. Knowing it's...
Bit of hope.
Well, even from last week when they matched up just before finals started, as we spoke about on the pod, Idias rested 6 players, and Gallucci, Lopo, Diggins were all part of that squad. So trying to get them good for a week, obviously Lopo rested again earlier, comes back, kicks 6, best on ground, and then has had the performance on the weekend, and some of them look a little bit underdone. So it's interesting, 1 week off. Are they fit, cherry ripe to go? It's going to be interesting.
It is.
And on the flip side, YC their list looked super strong. There's not too many out of that. You got Darcy up forward, but I can't think of any others out of that would be walk-up starts.
I wouldn't have
that
thought
aren't
so.
playing now. You got the 4 or 5 pointers playing.
Yeah, 4 or 5 pointers, as Luke said last week.
I looked at their reserves, actually, because they're...
Plethora.
I looked at their reserves. They've got a couple of handy players in their reserves.
Absolutely.
But I reckon like Tobin and blokes like that, but I think they're missing out.
I think so do I. I think they're legit missing out. I just went through that list today, and
you don't think it's a points issue? It's more of a sort of
I'm just throwing
they're legitimately
up
missing out
as a possible points issue.
Well,
I know he might be
ask,
injured. I don't know. So
when you're playing at 42 points, you've got to ask that question, surely. 100%. And you've got Edithvale, Aspendale playing at 36. Like
reliably told he's injured.
Yes. No, I mean in general. Like,
didn't play the week
while
before
you were
either.
fucking around with the camera drop and all that kind of stuff, Macca was saying some.
Just a little touch up. Just a little touch up.
The biscuit factory. Are we done? Do you want to add?
No, I think so. That was
Gooch. Gooch was a noticeable inclusion at yesterday's game too. Did you see?
Did he have a YC top on?
Fucking oath he did. Yeah, my word,
he wasn't trying to hide up the back.
No, he wasn't at all. He was front and centre up in the grandstand at the bar.
They were
was he?
there.
Yeah, bloody oath.
They were both there. Danny was there too.
Yeah, Danny was. Oh yeah, 100%. Danny was there. And there was a great display of Rosebud people too.
I think the whole senior list was there.
Yeah, just about.
Most of the senior list was there as well.
It's good when you see clubs like that volunteering so heavily at their club. You know what I mean? Crib Point did as well. Like it's a big money spinner.
Wasn't it amazing at Crib Point?
I loved it. It's
The
fantastic.
vibe and it was absolutely electric. In the beer tent, the boys must have had some game going on because every now and then you'd hear like it was on for young and old. But that was like it everywhere.
I think it was to do with the tip. If they got a tip, if someone left a tip, these boys got
huge. Okay.
Yeah,
huge.
I'm going to go out there and say those games, there was more people at Crib Point.
100% there was.
Than there was at Rosebud.
100% there was.
And I'm hearing there was more at Rosebud than there was at Rye. So it's interesting. I reckon Divi 2, and I can't speak for the game.
I was going to say that later on. I reckon Divi 1 crowds are down.
Yeah, I reckon Divi 2, not that I saw yesterday's game with Summy and that. I don't know what their crowd was like, but I 100% was at Crib Point. So I reckon it was a lot more than Rosebud.
Have we ever said on the show, Sus, that as far as following the Halftime Hero family, that we have a bigger support group? The family is bigger that follow and are a part of Division 2 football?
Yeah, also Div 2 are clearly... They've got 2 extra teams, of course.
Yeah.
But
isn't that an interesting point? So our as far as followers go for the Halftime Heroes, the family is bigger in Division 2 football.
2, okay.
So I wonder if that's got...
No, there'd be some considerations. I think the 2 Mount Eliza sides, under 19s and seniors, were playing.
That's true.
and I think a Rosebud under 19.
Yeah, so it pulls a lesser pool.
Yeah,
Reserves.
But
Reserves. Rosebud Reserves.
There's
play.
also the fact that there was probably a little bit of interest from some clubs that are sitting outside the top 5 in Division 1 as to how the Bombers are going.
Yes.
So I certainly was watching it from an
yeah.
interest point there, because
right.
any sides that didn't make finals this year are probably looking going who's coming in.
Yeah.
So there's probably a little bit of interest in that.
Yeah, okay.
Haven't been able to see them all year.
That
a
road,
good
like
point.
that whole precinct around Crib Point, it like literally you almost had to park down, like down at Gammas' work.
You did.
Like down
Yeah.
at the bloody the Navy base there.
No.
What? I know. I saw you. How did you get there?
It's just what you do.
When you're a celeb, that's what happens.
Just an A-lister.
Well, talking
Yeah, when you're an A-lister.
talking to celebs too, I got stopped at a gate. So hello to you. I didn't catch your name, but I was stopped at the gate and
Trying to
look,
sneak in.
it's Adam
Oh,
from the
right.
Halftime Heroes. I just thought, how good's
yeah.
this? So hello to you, boys.
Autograph.
Yeah, no, I was
Autographs.
kissing photos and everything. It was fantastic. Absolutely fantastic.
Gee
Look at the
whiz.
chief. Look at the chief. I rang Jake first. I said, you wouldn't fucking believe what's just happened.
God.
Don't you, God, because you love every bit of it as
dude.
well.
You imagine that happened to Spook. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, let's take a selfie.
You want a selfie? You want a photo? You want a photo,
You
don't you?
need to get on
You're
Phil-
nuts if you don't get a photo.
Check me out. Fuel by Spook. Fuel by Spook. The next game was played on Sunday down at Olympic Park, Rosebud. We were there. It was Langwarrin taking on Mount Eliza, and it was a 50-50 game going into it, but Mount Eliza had something a little different to say with Langwarrin, really only for me putting in really a quarter and a bit of competitive football. It was hard. There was a little bit of rain. We'll go further into it, but Mount Eliza victors in the end by 25 points, 9-15-69, defeating Langwarrin Football Club by 25 points, 6-8-44 in the best for Langwarrin. Jake, please.
We had Harry Marks, Anthony Rourke, Jordan Bertland, Bryce Rutherford, and Jaden Jakobenko.
Yeah, absolutely. And they did. They really stood up, those boys. And for Mount Eliza, please.
Fletcher Bain, huge game from...
Unbelievable, wasn't he?
His
Oh.
year's been phenomenal.
He's really good.
He's was a dominant footballer.
Found some form.
Yeah.
And we also had Fraser Phillips, Christopher Carey,
The Duck.
Will Bravo, and Declan
Cole.
Cole, sorry. My bad.
Close.
Close.
Macca.
Yeah, it was interesting. So I found that watching that game early, Langy were playing a game of keepings off, just trying to chip and charge, and it worked for them really well early, and they got a couple of goals on the board. And I know Ricky was frustrated at just those short chips getting taken through there, and they were playing a snap. They were playing one-on-one. They were just a bit lazy at the start of the game. The rain came, and it changed that completely.
Didn't it become greasy?
Yeah.
Couldn't chip and charge
Skill
as
levels
much.
were really poor.
Yep.
Obviously, because of the conditions.
Yeah. Took that away. Ricky readjusted them at quarter time, and they came out in the second quarter. And in the second quarter, it was like watching Collingwood Adelaide when Collingwood had all those influx of just inside 50s. And
just couldn't
Mount
score.
Eliza would just get it in, could not score.
Yeah.
And I heard the coaches say on the sidelines, just keep it in, keep to the process. It'll come. And they were right. Because as soon as they got one, then they got two, then they got three, then they got four. So I sort of look at that and think they possibly could have been a lot further ahead earlier.
We said at halftime, didn't we,
Felt
Macca,
like
where
that.
it could have been a lot worse.
Yeah, it definitely felt like that.
Where Rosebud didn't allow Mount Eliza to go through the corridor.
Yep.
And I think we spoke about this last week that it came in.
It did.
And,
It came in. Yep.
Langy gave them that luxury of going through the middle. And once we go through the middle and start flicking it around,
Yep. Yeah.
you get good entry. Tom Freeman was a great in.
Yep.
He can go
Yep.
either way, but he's great down.
Well, can I
Between
ask
him
a
and Fletch down back, they repelled, at least 13 and 14 attacks.
Yeah,
just the two of them.
It's interesting you bring up Freeman. There would have been 6 bites in that game, and he was in every one of them.
Every single one of them.
100%.
I reckon he runs when he sees one. He
does. Well, that one that happened over the other side.
That's how he gets
the opposite wing. He literally ran from half back to get to that scrap.
Gets him up.
Yeah.
Gets him up and about.
Yep. Great guy. Now, Ricky, one little thing. How Nelma didn't get in the best.
I'm with you.
We beat because
I've got him.
it might have been the first quarter
Physical.
where he came charging off the line and just threw everything at a contest and raised the bar by that much. In the and everyone, all the boys are going, "This is we are on today."
Yeah,
and
it's
from
probably
there on
the
in, he
most,
just attacked everything.
It's probably the most physical I've ever seen him play.
Me too.
And it was a credit to him.
Yeah, he was phenomenal all day.
And to his credit, he went at Rutherford.
Yes,
a lot.
Yeah,
and you're talking. He's a big bull, Rutherford.
Bryce
so
Rutherford.
I want to talk about him in a minute.
I've got his name down here too.
Jeez, he's good.
So he's an ex-Berwick boy and played in flag there, can play. Like a really good player.
Yeah.
So interesting to note him and Mulgove. So obviously Mulgove in. And how's this for numbers? Because, I mean, they didn't have a lot of standouts, but these two blokes have combined for 66 touches, 29 contested, 13 marks, 11 tackles, 17 clearances, and 4 goals. That's the two of them.
Wow.
Gracious me. 17 clearances.
17 clearances, yeah. Now they won the clearances, right? They won the clearances. So it goes to show. So they won it by 16 overall, and you've got to remember Agapi got sent off.
Yes.
So the Duck rucked
made
really
a
well.
huge difference.
But they went minus 16, but they won post clearance, obviously. And the biggest thing that I saw throughout that game that was evident, and I knew it would be in the numbers. I actually think these numbers are a little bit off because I thought I saw this in the game, was their pressure rating, Mount Eliza's, was through the roof.
Oh, it's huge.
Yeah.
If the AFL gauge that, they've gone plus 16, which is plus 5 in chase, tackle, and spoil.
Yeah.
But to me, the pressure was on all day. And the other thing too is their inside 50 tackles were plus 16.
Yeah.
So there's a given.
Wasn't that a huge? Yeah, that was a huge
Small
difference.
forwards got to work. There's no doubt about it.
Yep.
They rebounded well off half back, didn't they, Macca?
Amazing.
It's almost had to go to half back to score.
Well, that's
it was the
that's
weirdest
why I
thing.
say,
Like, here it is, and we're off.
That's why I say post clearances.
Yeah.
Because I sit here going, if you've got Rutherford and you've got Paulios and you've got Mulgove and they're getting clearance and then they're putting it in, it's under pressure, then all of a sudden there's a lot of room to move with on the way back.
Yeah.
And in a way, it's weird to say, but some coaches are okay with that. Geelong's been good at it for years because they've never really had a dominant ruckman.
Yeah.
They're always, they don't mind losing it because they know how well they are set up behind the footy and they get space and they can move.
Yeah.
And I think it wasn't an issue to Ricky and the boys in the weekend.
Yeah, no, it wasn't. No.
Because they were so set up well behind the footy and it was work rate. You know what I mean? Work rate. And then
exactly
what you
what it
saw,
was.
once you get it, if you've gone plus 16 inside 50 tackles and created goals, and that's huge.
Yeah, it is.
So
it
they're
is huge.
willing
It's finals.
to work.
It's finals footy. There's no doubt about it.
Where's money at?
Yeah, where is money at? Fletch did a number on him, didn't he?
Yeah,
Jesus.
I'm going to say...
I don't think he was given the opportunity. Like, he wasn't getting it fed to him.
But when he did, he woofed it.
Yeah, it was like he missed
kicking
how many
day, wasn't
shots on goals. He missed
No goals.
No
yeah,
goals.
no
Three
goals.
behinds.
I think he
It
had
was
3.
0 from 3.
Yeah.
He went forward. We noticed that, Jake, you and I were talking about it. He went forward twice in the first half and the ball didn't get down there. And he was in a rotation, so he got taken off the ground twice and he hadn't touched it.
Yeah. No
That's
touches.
not his fault. He's sitting as the deepest forward. But then when he did have a couple of touches and could have impacted a couple of those goals, he just missed those couple straight in front.
Like, I think everyone was waiting, weren't they, Mac? Everyone was sort of like, everyone was waiting.
Yeah.
Like, he's going to, here we go. And
It's a real barometer thing, I think.
Yeah.
Langy needed him to get up.
But you look at him, they've got Pennenberg too, and they've got Orchard as well, who are two really good contested mark players, and they were
Yeah. Agreed.
So, their whole forward line, I think, was not, Mitchell was the other one, the young kid that comes in there that provides a bit of spark. He probably did. He tried.
Yeah, he tried.
Yeah, but I don't think it was the day for them. They went out of it. Their forwards went out of it. And Money was trying to get him over the back, and it wasn't working.
And young Hopkins went off.
Hopkins went off.
It's not broken. It was just a stinger at the finish.
Distant.
No, it's not even that.
It's not even a
some
dislocation.
tendon damage through his shoulder.
And Valla was
But
quiet
half-time,
too,
yes,
is
and
the other
Valla
one.
was
'Cause
quiet.
Valla's missed a lot of footy. So he
Yes.
played in the reserves against us. So and I was, had the eyebrows going, what's going on there? But it ended up that he was coming back off a 7-week layoff.
Yeah.
So you can probably expect what he did in the weekend. He hasn't played a lot of footy, but he is crucial to them. So they've lost a few good players there. But mate, I'm not taking anything away from Mount Eliza. That was a very good performance.
Absolutely.
I reckon I've watched a lot of Mount Eliza, obviously, over the years, and the difference in the 2024-25 variety is they're just a bit harder.
Yep.
And they've got a hard edge. And they're no bigger in the body, and we get accused of, I don't look like the group, but they're hard in the body.
Yeah. Can I point a bloke out who I thought did really well because he played reserves not long ago? Bravo was super.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He was super.
He was.
And he played in the reserves.
If you stand close to Will, he's ripped.
Yeah,
he's a ripped individual. He's a big boy.
I just thought when it got wet, he was probably
Yeah.
Key. Now, can they bring that brand next week? Because I think that's what they've been lacking this year is that heart and that effort.
I think they get better. Bob comes back.
Yeah, well,
Bob's Tom will play again.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking as well. Spook and I met up not last week, but the week before, and we watched the Mount Eliza and Rosebud game. And the Mount Eliza I saw against Rosebud was not even close to the brand that I saw on Sunday.
Yep,
it was a big. Let's flex our muscles against little brother here. Obviously, Langy, great job for the season. Not had Div 1 finals experience before.
Super effort.
So super from them. But you almost felt a little bit of arrogance come from Mount Eliza. They're like, yeah, we're up here. You know, they're getting a bit sparky, and I didn't see that against Rosebud.
Yeah.
So I'm intrigued to see from here on out if that carries on, and if, lo and behold, they probably need it against Rosebud to throw something different at them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's I think where Mount Eliza got Langwarren was obviously working off the back half because Langwarren's forwards didn't work as hard.
Yeah.
No.
You can see Mitch White, Cal White, they work insane
It's a different
off
kettle
the
of fish.
forward.
There's no doubt about it.
You know what I mean?
Rosebud gave us nothing through the middle.
Exactly, nothing.
Whereas
So
it opened up.
I
It
think
did open up
if
there.
Mount
Once they
Eliza,
start flicking, it's all over.
if they can bring that little bit of cocky edge, a little bit of arrogance and a bit of confidence to Rosebud, I'm very keen to see how that matchup shakes up.
Yeah.
Because 2 weeks ago, I didn't see it. So I'm keen to see if they can push that forward.
Yeah.
And let's be honest, they've got a few barriers, a few hurdles to jump.
Oh,
you know that to see that if we're sort of predicting a Rosebud Mount Eliza grand final, there's a couple more hurdles.
Oh yeah, big time.
Got to get over Edie.
Got to get over Edie.
Yeah, exactly.
That's right.
Yeah.
Exactly right. Exactly right. And then you got the Stone Cats there, just like
to worry
just
about as well.
lingering, lurking,
Unbelievable.
lurking in the wattle.
Let's get to the takeaways, Chief. Your takeaways for the first round of finals.
Div 1, Mount Eliza. Sorry, Mount
Yeah.
Eliza.
Yeah.
Very, very good. And they were on the ropes first quarter.
Yeah.
So, good comeback.
They were.
They looked good.
Very
at first.
good.
Yeah.
Macca?
Yeah, I'll go Mount Eliza and how calm the whole situation was because they got jumped early with a couple of goals, and when the rain came, you knew it was going to be a low scoring affair. But their players, I was watching as them come off the ground, the way they spoke to their coaches, everything was calm.
Yeah,
I just think they backed their system, and they just kept reiterate to the boys, it'll come.
Just a bit of experience here now.
Yeah,
Not a whole lot of experience, but there's a bit of experience.
No, just a calm footy club, calm environment, and the boys, they weathered the storm early and got it done.
Yeah, agree.
Commission.
I think Langie's here, something to be proud of there. They looked a little banged up. Where the money wasn't right, he wasn't sort of hitting the contest as hard as what he probably normally would. Whether that was Fletch, the ingredient of Fletch, I'm not sure. But a good year, Langie, and a lot to look forward to next year. Just go pluck a couple out of the draft and see how you go. But they've got the big bodies, and Bryce Rutherford he's the first re-signer you got to get through. But great year. Great year.
So promising for Langie as well,
absolutely.
Because one contrast we see with the game on Sunday compared to Saturday is how little points both Mount Eliza and Langie are playing with. So it's so good for Langwarren moving forward.
They're only going to get bigger and stronger.
They can get some things, like some pieces in if they need to. You know what I mean? But they've also got a very strong 19s if they're coming up through as well. Yep. So that they're set for a while.
And to Josh Beard, super, mate. Great coach.
Absolutely.
And good luck to wherever you go to next, mate.
So there was only 1 point between them, 30 and 31.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
Yeah. Yep. Jake, your takeaways?
My takeaways. I think, not surprised, but I think just instilled confidence through YCW's win. I think YC's so strong. I think, unfortunately, they will be the only team that can go close to Rosebud. Yep. I think they'll get to the final dance against Rosebud, and I think they'll be the only team that can really take it with that full healthy list of 42 points.
Yep. Very good. I tend to agree. Not so much around the finals, but also just Frankston YC have been a bit wishy. They haven't been quite as consistent in season 2025. That's right. So to go and make a statement against Edithvale, Aspendale, who have been a good opponent this year, I think for me, 39 points, 13-18. It could have been a whole lot bloody worse. Exactly right. Yeah. Exactly right. Yeah. Well, that's a wrap for what was the first round of finals. It's now round 2 in finals, and it's the semi-final 1 and 2. And the first game is going to happen at Mornington Alexandra Park, and it's between Rosebud and Frankston YCW. Boy, oh boy, wowee.
If you can't get to the grand final, folks, go to this one.
It might be worth paying your coin to watch it, which I think is an absolute disgrace. But I think it's well worth. If you can't get to the ground on to Mornington, it is going to be
Manscow and Tid, the Cummings boys, Hartung, Whites, Huswaite, Kuipers against Sampus, little Sampus. He's a great little player.
Great
Cahill, Goons, Mullane, down back painter. You got the coach maybe to be Barry.
Coach
in
to
there.
be, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, there's some
Wow.
good names.
Where would you
rolling
look
around.
first?
It'd be interesting
Just
to see
where they spread to on the matchups.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see whether Darcy gets back too. He's another one. Then they'll have that
Darcy,
points dilemma.
yeah.
They'll have to work out.
Yeah.
Squeeze him in somewhere.
Squeeze him in.
Big on
Yeah.
the points, aren't we?
No, I love the points, well, especially
Why see
because
it-
that's the
why
way our
see it
game's
tight?
administered.
I don't know.
They're very tight.
Yeah, which is, I haven't really
But
seen
so
that.
is I mean, Rosebud can be as well. They've got to be a little bit
Yep.
selective as well at times. Jake, your thoughts?
Yeah, it's going to be a good game. I think we spoke about it a little bit on the weekend, Macca. I know Spook was involved in the conversation. Smaller deck at Mornington.
Yeah.
I think that's going to suit Rosebud a lot. I think the way that I saw Rosebud play against your boys, Commish, Mount Eliza, 2 weeks ago is they love the contest. They love congestion. So they'll love this ground, I think. They'll just contest. They know they can win it out of the ruck. They've got the big sources going at it. Blake Kuiper's down forward. It's not going to be far from the centre square deep forward.
Yeah.
So if they can win the clearances battle, keep it in there, I think the work rate of, your Whites and that and the like, it's going to be too much. I think it's going to be a good game, but I think the deck will favour Rosebud a bit.
Two contested, heavily contested teams,
they are.
aren't they? They're
They
really
are.
similar. They're bulls. There's a
One's,
bunch of bulls.
one's a
in there.
little bit bigger than the other.
Yeah,
I'm going to be
it's-
really
yeah.
honest. Like
Yeah.
Rosebud, are
absolutely.
massive.
Yeah, they are.
Rosebud
Huge.
are massive. So I think the ground. I've played them. We've played them both there this year.
Yep.
And Rosebud look very, very different. I think Rosebud will win it. Rosebud will win it. I honestly, I'm not as bullish on YC. I know they got that result in the weekend against I think a bit of a banged up opposition.
Absolutely.
Yeah. No doubt.
But I'm not discounting YC. I think they're a good side. Like they've beaten us twice this year. But at the same time, I just think Rosebud, they've had a week off. They're going to be cherry ripe. I wouldn't be surprised. I'm actually going to duck down and sit in the bleachers and watch Rosebud train tomorrow night. I wouldn't be surprised if they trained on the back oval tomorrow night.
Yeah, that's not a bad
Given
shout
that-
from you.
Given that you've got to bring it all in, you can give your reserves the opportunity to have a run
Absolutely.
on the main
On
oval
the main.
and sit out the back. It's in good nick. And
It is in good nick.
It's about the
We walked
size.
across it yesterday, and
Not
it's
too bad.
cherry ripe. It's
Yep.
not bad at all.
Yep.
That's a very bloody,
it's a good
very
one,
good
Macca.
thought. And honestly, you'd have to. How can you not listen to Macca when he's taken on these teams both before?
Yeah,
and
correct.
It's unbelievable. What?
You were bagging him last
No,
week.
Now you're
right.
jacking him off
I
under
think-
the table.
I actually think, I'll make an on-air apology because I did get bagged a little bit last week, but it was by the great man. over there.
Correct. You dropped me in the bucket, mate.
I don't know why.
for very good reason because I probably did cost him a lot of money.
Oh,
Yes.
I did cost him a lot of money.
You
Jeez.
fucked him over.
Why would the club
drop it back
pull
in
up
there.
the senior coach, right,
Oh,
to
yeah.
pull out someone's name when it's not for money? Like, why? Like, I'm throwing these blokes who have put their heart and soul in our footy club and come and support us every week.
He hasn't put his heart and soul.
Well, he
in
comes
it.
a lot.
man.
He comes a lot.
I was going to donate it to the Red Cross.
Anyway, I'd have to admit, I got home that night and Kelly said to me, "Why are you so upset? You look a bit teary." I said, "Yeah, I ruined Sus's. I probably ruined his week." And then when I heard it on the show, I thought, "Yeah, I've definitely ruined it."
It was only 10 grand, I reckon.
No, exactly. 10 grand.
Pick it up somewhere else.
Yeah, that's right. Just get it out of the back pocket, Chief. You'll be right. Okay, so tips. Chief. Jeez, crickets.
Jeez.
Yeah,
No, Rosebud, I think, will easy. Will continue on their little way.
Okay. All right, you're going early. Are you paying attention at all tonight? No, you are not.
Sitting behind the
You
computer
are not.
with the fairies. He has no idea
That's
what's
my
going
job,
on.
mate, to go with the fairies. We can't both do it.
Don't worry,
fucking
don't worry.
stupid.
The moo cow.
If the moo cow goes on this stuff, I'm telling you, you're in strife.
Anyway, she's
Macca?
I'm sticking with Rosebud.
Yeah.
I think they'll win it. It's always going to be on straight away, but I think they'll win it by about eight or 9 goals.
wow.
I think it'll be Mullane and Goonan up against Huswaite and White.
Yep.
Carousella and the rest of them that get thrown. Hartung might find it a little bit hard on that small ground because he certainly loves a bit of width. But I just think they're so powerful. It's one kick on our ground and you're sitting it on the head of Kuipers and White, and they've got so much talent around that as well on the deck. I'd love to actually see Billy in the forward line this week. I reckon he can get a lot of
how do you
crumbs.
get him?
Well, yeah, you got a few other pretty handy players.
Blake Kuipers has been overseas at a family wedding.
Yeah.
So he's proper well rested.
Yeah.
Billy Hartung's had a niggling injury. Who knows?
Yeah.
But he hasn't. He'll be cherry ripe. Dicko's had a niggling ankle. I think. So that'll be cherry ripe. They are going to be this. They're going to set the tone this coming weekend.
Yeah.
There is no question.
Kuiper's kicked the bag against us, and Dixon loves this ground.
Yeah.
I just think because they're going to come off half back and they're going to be hitting those blokes. You bypass the middle of the ground. So,
100%.
Who goes to Cahill?
They won't put anyone on anyone.
I don't think
No.
so.
No,
They
won't.
won't. So we'll just go out
no
of the middle
way.
and go our way.
Nah,
We'll just go our way.
absolutely.
They
Totally
won't.
agree.
Danny will back the boys in.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
And I'm not too sure if YC will look at a couple. It is hard. It actually is hard. We ran with Huswaite, but it is hard to stop him. We tried to limit him through the middle of the ground and then just let him run around.
Yep.
Because he's going to get touches anyway. You just want to limit what he can do out of the centre.
Yeah.
So if you can, because then they have to go to Plan B, which is White comes in if they play forward.
What a shame that is, eh?
Yeah, they got Plan C and D. So,
One of the best players I've seen in the competition.
Plan A through Z.
Yeah. No, I'm very much looking forward to this game. Commish for you, please.
Look, it's September. It's YC time.
It is
I
YC
reckon
time.
Lammy is going to take everyone out, and including us in the crowd if we're down there watching it. He's just going to go into beast mode.
Yep.
And jump on me back, boys, and here we go.
Bang.
Just
Lammy with the big
YC
back.
and a really, really tight one. They couldn't be any more seasoned, could they? Barry will
absolutely.
just run the back line. You go there. You go there.
Yeah,
I like it when he goes against the grain.
Yeah, so do I. Absolutely.
I love Goons too.
Yeah. Oh,
Very, very attractive man.
Jake, you please.
Oh, it's hard to go past
Yeah,
the
it
yardstick of the year, isn't it? Rosebud.
What were you going to say, Chief?
That's the best thing you said all night.
Rosebud for me as well. The next
Yeah, good
game is, it's going to be played on Sunday, the 7th of September at Olympic Park, Rosebud. It is Edithvale, Aspendale taking on Mount Eliza. For me, this one could open up a little. It's going to be interesting to see. Macca, you said at the top, Edithvale, Aspendale struggling with some of those injuries, and I think if those boys don't get up, it could be a little messy. I think.
Yeah, I'm thinking the same. Don't forget that Mount Eliza have just played on that ground.
Spot on.
I think
This
it's
could be
going to
the
help a lot.
Know it well.
Yeah, that's their third
in
week.
3 weeks in a
Yeah.
row.
3
Yes.
weeks in a
Yeah,
row on
because
that
they
ground.
played
Touted by
Rosebud,
Yeah,
and then
amazing.
they had Langy, and now they'll have
Yeah.
Indy.
Yeah.
Bloody
So there you
same
go.
home
You've
from home.
seen the ground.
The
And-
weather is just concurred. Hang on, sorry. Wait, 2 seconds.
Jane?
Yes, Jane, got you. 19, mostly sunny.
Any win, Jane?
Only out of your backside, Adam.
Plenty of that after that pizza. Bubbling.
That's going to be really nice. It's going to always
He has absolutely.
He loves his own work, doesn't he?
He does get around
He
himself.
does. He loves it.
God. That was so good. How good was the NDIS comment? I'm still laughing at that
nice.
every single
That's
buddy,
my
every
favourite.
minute of every day. No, so look, in all seriousness, it is going to be a cherry ripe day, top of 19, a little bit of wind, and that just adds, I think, to the
Day for
pain
footy.
that Edithvale Aspendale might face.
Yeah,
Bob
Oh, look at you!
returns.
Just look at you!
Stays
You
in.
are just
Fletcher's in form.
keeping the
Where-
lid on it.
Question for you.
Yeah.
Where would you play Will Anthony? If you got Bob down back,
Yeah.
possibly Tom down
you-
back as well.
You play.
Does he go forward?
You play him forward because Williams had a quiet day on the weekend.
All right, so
Sit
Bob's
back.
been playing forward for Richmond and kicking
No,
goals.
no, you're playing him back.
That's his natural.
100%. You're playing him.
Free
back.
him up.
He reads the ball so well.
Yep.
He's like a brick wall. No,
Yep.
I'd play him back, and you'd play Anthony forward. He obviously backs duck up a little bit too.
Yes,
so
he does.
comes off
Yeah,
and-
he does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So no, I thought because Williams
Duck
is really
goes forward,
quiet,
yeah.
it just gives you that option.
Williams
of
was
tall.
quiet.
Yeah, he's sort of like a me. He plays tall Williams, but he's not tall.
Yeah. Yeah.
So no, I'd definitely play forward.
He's due too, Lockie, to kick the
Yep.
cue. Had a bit of a quiet day
Yep.
on the weekend.
Yes,
but he's
yes.
I think he had
overdue. You
3
can see he's
touches.
frustrated
Yeah.
with. He's sort of in between everything.
Yep.
But,
Yep.
yeah.
Tips, boys, please. Have you got anything to add, Jake?
No.
No.
All said.
Tips? Sus.
This time, Mount Eliza. And only Mount Eliza.
You don't want to talk about the Southern League finals?
Sample.
It was interesting. I had the heart rate monitor on Ricky on the weekend.
It wouldn't have gone.
It
over
wouldn't
Mate,
have-
it
65
wouldn't have
beats.
gone
No.
past 67, I
He's
reckon.
the count of
47
two.
and a half.
47 and a half.
Sleeping
That's
on the
when we're
bench.
12 points behind.
I'll tell you who's. So we talked about Freeman before. Do you see Freeman come off the ground and spray the
Oh,
Langy
yeah.
bench?
No, he doesn't care, mate.
Talk about
weak
heart
as
rates.
as piss.
Yeah, get stuck into him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mate has been
Loves it.
whatever, Tom.
Yeah.
That's just the way he has to
Maury
get
just
that
looked
way.
at him like, are you talking to me or you?
What's going on here?
I know his brother went out to the huddle and said, just call your Jets, and goes, yeah, I know, I must be close to,
Yeah.
I'm getting pretty close to the line, aren't I? So,
I did notice, right? So you get Golby gets sent off early in the game, and as he's coming off the ground, now Golby's a little stocky
Yes.
on
the
ball
nugget.
or, back pocket, whatever.
Back pocket, yep.
Comes off the ground, and he gets an almighty spray from the crowd.
Spray.
But hold on a minute. 30 minutes later, Agabi gets sent off the ground.
Nothing.
How many blokes
It's
in that
cricket.
crowd
Yeah.
do you reckon gave him a spray?
Do you know what the best thing was, Macca? When he got the card, we were obviously with the Mount Eliza, the section. They were very, very chirpy, and then he slowly starts
As he
coming
got
closer
closer,
and
bigger
closer.
and bigger and bigger
And
and bigger.
everyone's mouth just went, oh.
he is 8 foot tall.
Yeah.
6 foot wide.
Literally, there was
Well
no...
done, mate. You'll be
no-
right. 15
Jeez.
minutes, you won't even miss it.
We've got that vision. I wonder if we could, on both of them, I wonder if we could just put that together and
The audio.
get do the audio and
Yeah.
get a difference of the crowds, because that's a very,
That's a very good
that's a
point.
very
Jesus,
good
here
point.
it comes.
It was
And-
literally...
And had he decided, if they had given it to him, he doesn't even need to jump the fence. He could have just stepped up. And then so I reckon they all
Take
just
about
went,
8 blokes there.
fence is
And
not
then he's
there.
in their faces.
Yeah.
Absolute pisser. Or he'll just take their rego and go,
Yeah.
"Oh, I'll see you
That's
this week.
true too. Yeah, you could do that. Could do that.
Yes,
Talk about
senior,
parking fines.
senior constable. Thank you, senior constable. Absolutely. For you,
Analyse.
won't need to ask Kamish. Jake,
I'm going Mount Eliza as well. I don't think
Keep the edge.
EDS is
Maintain the rage.
healthy.
yeah, maintain the
Yeah.
rage. Yeah, absolutely. Keep it nice. Man Liza for me too. That is a wrap for the Division 1 football show. We're going to take a quick break and we're going to be back with the Division 2, the review and the preview. Just the one to preview tonight. You're listening and watching the Halftime Heroes.
Looking for unbeatable deals on new and used Toyotas? Head to Frankston Toyota, where great service meets great value. From rugged Hilux to fuel-efficient Corolla, we've got the perfect car for every driver. And right now, crazy low finance rates for selected models. Come see why locals trust Frankston Toyota. Just off the freeway. Easy to find, hard to beat. T's and C's apply. Visit frankstontoyota.com.au today.
Welcome back to the Halftime Heroes. It is now time for the Division 2 football show, and boy, oh boy, wow, we were present at this one. It was absolutely unbelievable going into the game. It changed a little bit at halftime, but it was Frankston Bombers victors in the end by 11 points, 13-9-87, defeating Devon Meadows 11-10-76. It was played down at Crib Point Recreation Reserve, and as we said at the top, it was what a destination. They did it really, really well, Crib Point, and well done to them. They should be absolutely congratulated. In the best four, Frankston, Jake, it was whom, please?
We had Jason Kingsbury, Khan Haratuku, Brody Smith, Alex Harnett, and Max Chen.
How good was Khan Haratuku?
Mark.
I actually, hand on heart, I can say that I haven't watched them play this year. And I, like so you hear Spook, Khan, and Harry, and then, but to actually watch him, and I don't think he had a massive impact throughout the whole game, but when it counted, he just put those massive dukes up and clunked everything. And the way he just mobilises around the ground, for me, Macca and Jake, it was, and Chief, wasn't it? It was incredible. Commission was nowhere to be seen.
Wasn't seen.
I was at a
No,
traffic
nowhere.
light. Leigh already spoken.
Probably also helped that all the Devon players kicked to him all the time.
Yeah, I know. What was that?
They were just sitting down his throat. He was rucking, and then he was going sitting forward. So he'd take the ruck, and then he'd go,
And he'd slide
and
forward.
then he'd go push forward. Yeah. So he, it was amazing. That third quarter, wow. I reckon he took 10 marks in the third quarter.
Yes. And that's what I meant. Like,
Yeah.
it was time to, they obviously come back from the half time.
Yeah.
And then Devon tried to play this brand of keep
Yeah,
things
I-
off
yeah,
and
conservative,
whatnot.
yeah.
Yeah, conservative.
Yeah.
And tried to lock shit down. but they weren't having a bar of it, and he had to stand up, and he did.
Yeah. So the third quarter, 6 goals, 3 to 1-1.
Yeah.
Now we knew going into that game there wasn't as much wind as a big fella was talking about just before, but there was a bit of wind going one way.
I don't know what you're talking about. That was Jane.
Wasn't that me?
there was a little bit of wind going one way, and we knew there was a scoring end, but it wasn't a big scoring end. It was just
but it still was a scoring end, though, wasn't it? It was the favoured end.
Yeah, and obviously Devon were 3 goals up at half time. I'm not 100% sure. I didn't go in the rooms. I'm not 100% sure what was said, but they went into short chip, hold the footy, kill the clock.
Yep.
And as soon as they missed the target, the ball went back the other way.
100%.
And I'm looking at a
resulted
side,
in a goal.
Yeah, 100%. And I'm looking at a guy in Frawley who has made his living as a key defender.
Yeah.
They're kicking
Probably should roll
against
back.
the breeze. I would have thought he would have been perfect to go back onto Khan for that quarter.
Yeah.
Hold on to the lead.
When did he go back? Because he did end up going back.
About the 10-minute mark.
Yeah.
But they'd kicked maybe 2 or 3.
I think they'd kicked 3.
And then he didn't
Rolled
finish
up
a
the
quarterback. He ended up going forward again.
Yeah.
So,
So,
yeah.
did Kent and Riley Simmons not play any part in the second half?
Kent was gone. And
And
Simmons
Riley-
went off.
Simmons
maybe
went ruckman? So
halfway
Kirby
halfway
had to
through
take
the third.
Kirby had to ruck
Kirby had the ruck after that. Yeah.
Right, okay.
But I don't know. I again, hindsight's a beautiful thing. But Spook and I did call it at halftime, going, is it worth grabbing Frawley and flicking him into the back half for the quarter just to make sure that Khan doesn't rip him apart in front of goal, which he didn't rip him apart in front of goal. He was taking marks out higher, but he was linking them up.
Yeah.
And then they could have quelled that, maybe held a little lead going into the last, and then had to score an in. Because it was definitely a scoring in still in the last quarter. They were just too far behind.
Yeah, that's right.
So I don't know.
And Frawley could have rebounded off halfback too, couldn't he?
He's a super defender,
Yeah.
and I know he's a bit older now, but he would have been fine behind
absolutely.
the footy, especially playing on Khan.
And we were at the game. We were all just like, even before, during the last week's episode, we were talking about how exciting it was going to be for Jolie to be in the forward line, and that just really didn't happen at all, did it?
Last quarter, they put him in I didn't mind that they put him in the goal square last quarter because they had to create something, but the ball didn't get down there. So it was pretty much they fixed it
So
up
you're losing
later.
too much, aren't you?
Yeah, they put him around the footy again. And
He got named in the best.
Speaking of Jolie Hillis, the best for Devon Meadows, please, Jake.
Yep. Well, our man, Jolly Hillis, Levi Churchill, Cody Ray, Dylan Gregson, and Alex Cannell.
Yeah.
What? Hey, Alex Cannell, he's a super player.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Pint-sized little...
left footer, really crafty.
Yeah, he is.
We were talking
Great ball user.
throughout the game. It's very, very hard to go and find a really good small forward with craft like that.
Yeah.
Like, he hits the scoreboard. I was really impressed by him.
He was
really good player.
He was super, wasn't he?
Absolutely. And the other guy I wanted to point out, I mean, Hillis is Rutherford of Division 2.
Yep.
Like, he's a star. Hillis is that. He's just so good. But
Absolutely.
I thought Kai Williams through the midfield was quite good for them too. But the kid that I was most impressed with outside of Canal was Churchill.
Yeah.
I thought he really stood up, and I think he's one of theirs, but really good player. And he did, their coaching staff pointed him out after the game as well.
Okay.
So played a great game.
Yeah, good.
Thought.
For me, it was the other Hillis.
Rory?
Yeah.
Number 20.
Yep.
He was quite good.
He was
Nuggets.
super.
Yep. Yep.
He was super around the contest.
Yep.
He was played that inside mid role. And he was just electric to watch. And I haven't paid much attention to him because normally it's it's Joel's
Joel
big brother.
show.
Yeah, exactly. But he was fun
good
to watch.
And to his credit, he's played a little bit of twos footy recently because he's been squeezed out. But I agree with you. He was in the midst of it. And he was throwing it around with. When you've got guys like Harnett and Flynn Wood who were quite good in close, he was mixing it with them.
Absolutely. And I didn't rate Flex's game, Alex Harnett, all that well against when he had that game back against Somerville, and you could see that he was lacking. But Spook said he was going to stand up, and he absolutely stood up.
So the game was after half time it opened up. There's 10 individual goal kickers for
we
the
were
Bombers.
talking at half time, going, geez, Devon, this could be a big upset. And we know the Bombers have lost a couple lately, so I guess it wouldn't have been the biggest surprise in the world. But we thought Devon were like, this is going to be huge. This third quarter, they're kicking against the scoring end.
Yep.
What are they going to do to hold up? And the floodgates open. And it was a total different Devon. They took speed off the ball. It's like they shut up shop and thought if they hold on to an 18-point lead, but you can't do that against the Bombers because the minute it gets turned over, it's just going.
That's right, exactly right.
So I don't know. I think they missed the chance. And look, their coaching group said after the game, we've got a double chance.
Yeah,
So,
they get another go.
Yeah,
They
they can learn from that and bounce back. But
so Kent's a groin. So he
I don't know.
he groins for an awful lot. Kent,
Yeah, I don't know about whether Kent's going to get up or not. And he didn't look overly happy after the game, which is fair enough.
Yeah, okay.
I'm not sure if he'll get up.
And Riley Simmons, did anyone see the injury, or do you know what it was about?
Yeah, I think it wasn't. It was
an ankle.
Yeah, it was.
Okay, so you can get up.
You can. I think. Yeah.
Been described in the paper as a leg injury.
Okay,
A leg injury. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Can I point out Jai Block too for the Bombers?
Oh God, isn't it fun?
Yeah, what a handy forward.
Absolutely.
I saw him last year kick 5 against us when we played the Bombers, so I knew a little bit about him. But he just stands up. Loves his celebrations too.
Yeah, didn't he?
Yeah.
He was. He got the boys up and about. He kicked one early and did a little shimmy in the pocket, didn't he? And it was it was on for young and old then.
So did the Bombers do enough to convince you to just go ahead and win the whole thing?
I think watching them, I kept feeling that if they have to play again next week, things might change drastically. But I felt like if they won, getting the week off is going to be massive for the Bombers. And you look at Harnett getting a week off. We don't know obviously what's going to happen prior.
Correct.
Is that going to be really helpful for him?
I think it will be.
And then they get another week off, rest their bodies. I would have said at halftime, geez, this is interesting. The Bombers are going to have to go the hard way, but because they got it done. Now I'm thinking, geez, they're going to be very hard.
They are. Yep. And now that I think Somerville's out, I think, and I don't. My faith isn't within Pearcedale. We talk about their list, but is this the turnaround of what happened?
Correct.
Who knows? Exactly. Is that the turning point? Exactly. Spot on. Who knows? Jake, your thoughts?
No, I think you boys touched on it beautifully. Kamish obviously said 10 goal scorers for the Bombers.
Yeah, 10 individual goal scorers. You can't stop them all.
That's a spread. Coming from everywhere.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
It's like, what are you supposed to do?
Yeah.
You can't do much.
And I guess all of that when it opened up in the second half.
Yeah.
Sounded that they were well contained.
Speaking of that, Kamish, Bombers come out of half-time, kick 3 unanswered, and then they finish the third quarter with 3 unanswered.
Was it 10 goals to 2 second half?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
And
Chief?
I also think that Dean Kent walking across the ground with the tracksuit on, that sent a sign. Yeah, the halftime break, he didn't look too happy. The team didn't react.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
Fair enough.
Macca, just on you mentioned Harry Pryor. Is that? I think I heard a PCL.
I heard the same thing.
Yeah. Right. So PCL, Jake.
So one of your medical cruciate ligaments.
So he's done,
as we say. Not necessarily done. No, ACL would have him.
He's got 2
gone
weeks
for sure.
Right.
Well, he's had 2 weeks now. He'll have next week, and then he'll have the week following. Luckily for PCL, you can he's still got ACL and MCL intact. He can probably get away with taping it pretty heavily, and he can he's playing in a grand final. You know what I mean?
It'll be 3 weeks. Won't it? It'll be 21 days.
But he'll be playing the 4th week. So they played Somerville.
So it's a month off,
and then they had the week off first week.
Oh, sorry, that's right. It'll be 4 weeks. It'll be
He's had this week off. He won't play next week, and then he'll play. So he'll have 4 weeks where you can get the inflammation down, try and get it right, try and rehab as much as you can in that short period of time, and ultimately, if you've had 4 weeks off, you can tape the bloody bollocks off it. You know what I mean? And just you get it right for one game. You know what I mean?
That's if it is what it is.
That is obviously.
I'm pretty sure it's confirmed that it's a PCL.
Yeah, right.
He would have monstered that game if he played on the weekend against Devon's 2 rucks.
Yeah.
He would have
100%.
monstered that game.
100%.
What does the score look like if he does play?
Oh, I give him another six goals.
Okay.
But he would have monstered that game.
Genuinely, yeah.
There's a very big difference between him and the ruckman that Devon have got.
Yeah. As good as Kirby is.
Yeah. And Simmons and Riley. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, but then he was out. And then it just, exactly. So
we're talking about use around the ground too. Simmons,
spot on.
Simmons is athletic. I think he's a basketballer. He can jump. But you're talking about what Harry does around the ground.
Yeah.
It's huge.
But then even watching Simmons, I mean, hats off to him, and it was unfortunate that he went down. But even just like because you could tell he's a basketballer. Yeah. He didn't quite know what to do.
A bit raw.
It was.
Yeah.
I found.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep. The next game was well done to that was very, very good intel too, boys, may I add. The next game was played out on Sunday, and it was at Baxter Park, and it was between Pearcedale and Somerville Football Netball Club. It was Pearcedale victors in the end, 13-5, 83, defeating Somerville by 22 points, 9-7, 61 in the best for Pearcedale. Jake?
We had Hugh Jones, Tom Schneider, Luke Daniel, Ryan Bastanak, and Jack McGuinness.
And for
Stiff Cruz.
Yeah, and for Somerville,
Very stiff.
Hard markers.
Very stiff.
Jesse Walker-Swain, Benny Nielsen, Mason DeWitt, Lockie Haskett, and Oliver Heavey.
Okay.
We were obviously all down at Rosebud yesterday watching this game, or obviously watching that game, and we're keeping very close eye on the scores, weren't we? And it was, I mean, it wasn't done and dusted for me, I don't think, but it was, I think it was, we were pretty confident.
Oh, yeah. No, I remember asking Macca, and he turned around and said, "Some of you flying."
Yeah,
he's got
I think
it
they
really
were 6
going.
goals up. They were,
Yeah.
or 5 goals up. Maybe.
5 goals
Maybe
up at some
5 goals
point.
up at some
Yeah.
point. And
Yeah.
I knew, obviously, the ground they were playing on was pretty big too, so I thought that's not a bad margin.
Yeah.
But changed quickly.
Oh, my
Yeah.
God. What happened at half time? What was said at half time to turn that around?
Yeah,
Huge.
well, that's exactly right. Exactly right.
Cruz
Luke
West
Daniel
and
kicks
Luke
3.
Daniel have combined for 8.
Yeah.
With Cruz West kicking 5.
Yeah. No, it's
Is that the difference?
Well,
he didn't play
do
the
they-
week before, did he?
do they look a bit different without Eddie?
Mm.
You know what I mean? Because these
Mm.
blokes aren't necessarily the big, solid power forwards. They're more your hybrids. I don't know. Maybe they look a little bit different without him.
yeah.
I mean, Schneider's back in that side. Frawley's in there. Caelan Thornton, the 2 Bastanak boys. We've said all year that list on paper looks very, very good.
Big time.
They've bounced back, and I think from what I can see too, it's a 10-goal. It's an 8-goal swing. So it's 10 goals 2 to 2 goals 2 after half time.
Yeah, yeah,
It's an 8-goal swing.
yeah.
So
Yeah,
I'd love to hear. I mean, Gammers will know more whether they lost some boys, and because that can happen too, where you lose your bench or you lose a
Some
couple of key
good,
players.
some
but I
good
don't know.
names in there. The best at Summit though. DeWitt.
Yeah, which is
Heavey.
huge. So
Oliver Heavey, yeah.
Haskett's in
Lockie
there.
Haskett.
Yeah.
But
Some
yeah,
good names in
missing a couple names that have been prominent throughout the
Yeah.
season as well.
Yeah, Renew.
Especially, that's it, Lockie
Yeah.
Gilrenew.
Tommy
Robbo.
Roberts was back.
Yeah, Tommy Roberts back. So it was he, Cherry Ripe.
Yeah, that's a good question.
Gammers downplayed
Roll the
that,
dice.
as you do.
Yeah.
As you do as senior coach, you downplay that. But when I saw that injury happen against Frankston Bombers at Somerville, he was completely dislocated.
Yeah.
Like he stopped mid ground and had to put it back in. And he was he was no.
How many
good.
weeks ago was
Well,
That was the Bombers
3.
game.
That was the Bombers game. So
Yeah.
it was the last of the home and away
that?
season.
Wow. Okay. There you go.
So
Yeah.
2 weeks
Couldn't have been.
And then I don't think he
Couldn't have
played
been
last
100%.
week, did he? I think he missed last week, so
He
he
was
got
the
up
runner
for this
last
week.
week.
Yeah, he was running.
Exactly.
That's right.
There's been a couple of injuries also during the match for Sunny, which haven't helped. So
Yeah.
that's
So,
what I was wondering. But
Yeah.
Birdo out in the first quarter. So,
he's a big
Marshy.
loss.
Did Marshy play?
Yeah.
Marshy's in there.
Wait,
we were just talking about it.
you couldn't have mentioned that 4 minutes ago.
Doesn't matter.
He's
It's
on,
the
he's on Mars.
Oh, yeah, okay, fair enough. The intel's coming through.
Phone calls everywhere.
Yeah, hot off the press.
Can we point out?
Well, that's a huge out.
Yeah, massive.
Because
He's a massive barometer for them.
he's a barometer for that joint. There is no
Big
question
time.
about that.
Big time.
Yeah, can we point out that a lot of us rated Pearcedale at the start of the year. We talked about it throughout the year. Then we went off them a little bit and for form. But credit to them, they've won. I know we were
big
talking
time.
about we were close with
smacker.
Gammers and he's here, and we talk
Yeah.
about their run and they were going for 8 straight. And it was going to be a fairy tale that long. Well, these guys have just put a stop to it.
Yeah.
So-
Absolutely.
and what it brings now, because Spook brought our attention to it a few weeks ago, is this game now, and I know we're going to talk about it. These 2 clubs played a couple of weeks ago. They hate each other.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
So we're going back into
They're
now a
neighbours.
prelim final,
Yeah.
and they hate each other. So credit to Pearcedale, like they bounced back, they're giving themselves a chance,
Yeah.
and now they get a chance at redemption.
Yeah.
Mm.
And on the flip side of that too, you touched on Summy is it's super year.
Yeah.
I mean, they started when Summy were beaten by Rye.
Yeah.
Oh, five-
we were
5 and
just being
6.
polite because
Yeah,
Gammers
5
were
and
here.
6. Yeah,
they
5
could
and
lose their
6.
shot.
Yeah.
But what a second half of the year they had.
Yeah.
Super Gamma.
Yeah,
I think
Gammers.
it's-
Signed for next year. All
Yeah.
the players are signed.
Yeah, they
It's
are.
all on upside
Yep.
for Summy.
No, it's definitely you can tell there was obviously injuries in the game because Summy we know Gammers has spoken about it. very good defensive team. Their pressure's through the roof
Yeah.
most times, and
Yeah.
that's how they got over the line with Chelsea. And
Yeah.
I was going back through the archives because I'd noticed, obviously, the final score was, 83-61. The last time Somerville conceded 80 points was in round 10.
Yeah, wow.
So
there
they're
you
a
go.
hugely
There you
defensive
go.
team, and they haven't conceded over 80 points since round 10. So for that to happen,
Yeah.
And that's their run. So their
Yes.
run of 7 wins is literally from
Exactly.
there.
Right.
Yeah.
yep, exactly right. So
All this intel.
you're
This
sort of
is-
head scratching.
What's going on? I've got a headache.
What do you got?
That's all coming in. Yeah.
What do you got?
No,
Just the
just
intel.
wait,
Oh,
just the
you're getting it
intel.
through the
Oh,
you're getting it through the
my
ears.
God.
Okay, fair enough. That's
Jesus
very good.
Christ.
It's how we roll here at Halftime Heroes. Don't you worry
Is
about
it?
that, family.
Don't you worry
Not
about
really.
that.
Not really. First time ever.
No, very good. Takeaways, please. You got anything else to add? Again,
No.
Chief, wake up. Wake up, Chief.
Take what?
Do-do-do-do-do-do.
Pearcedale could be on a roll.
Chair.
That's
Yeah.
mine.
Yeah.
100% Macca.
I'm really concerned about Dean Kent.
Yeah.
Because I just think it was a big loss for Meadows in how he structures them up, coaches on field. He started quite well. My concern is he playing next week? And looking at his face, he looked a bit dejected. When it's that time of the year.
Did he look dejected because he just wanted to be out there?
I reckon. Yep.
I reckon he had an
obviously
injury
couldn't.
in the first final last year, too.
I reckon you're right.
Calf
Possibly.
or something?
It was
Yeah.
a calf. I think it was a calf. No,
It must be.
no, it
just
was a knee. It was
Yeah, it was a
because
knee.
he did his knee.
And the same
Yeah.
sort of thing.
Yeah.
Devon just mentioned.
Yeah, he's a
Um,
crucial player for them. I'm
yeah.
not saying they've like I said, we
Would have
outlined a few of their players, and Hillis is a Rolls Royce.
Yeah.
But it concerns me. not
Well, here's
having
one
him
for you
inside.
then.
Yeah.
If they didn't have their second chance, does he play the rest of the game? It depends on the injury, doesn't
He
it?
probably couldn't. He probably just couldn't.
Well, that's
just
the
couldn't
thing. So
stretch out.
that's my
The
point.
groins
My
are
point
horrible.
is that
Did
it's one of
they
two
hold
things.
out and
Correct.
go, we've got a game next
Correct.
week. We've
Spot
got
on.
to keep you right. We're either having a week off or a
That's
game next week.
exactly
Because when
right.
he went off, they were winning.
Yes.
Correct. So
When
you
he
don't.
went for
You
the
don't.
So they were
weren't
confident.
miles in front of
They were
No,
clearly
they got out to about 3
them.
goals.
But in saying that too, and correct me if I'm wrong, they
Yeah.
looked a much better team.
Oh, with him in it.
until
without a doubt.
half time, after half time, didn't they?
Yep.
So they were very confident, Commish.
Yeah, no, I'm with you.
very confident.
And rightfully so.
Yes,
They're in the box
absolutely.
So you're suggesting
absolutely.
a semi-rest.
A semi-rest. Let's not overstretch it.
Watch the
We've got
space.
the second.
Yeah,
we've got
throws.
this. We've got the second chance.
I watched his face at the end of the game.
And he did look like
Well,
a rested individual.
that's why I meant. Like,
Is it a face
was he
of-
just upset because he didn't get to play the game out? Because he's a beast. What?
Keep it going.
I'm going to throw something at you in a minute. Fair income.
Well, I think touching on that, is it a face of we've lost the game, or is it the face of I'm done for the year?
Oh, I
Yeah,
think
but
that's what
that's
I'm,
it.
That's what I'm
Exactly.
concerned about.
Yeah, because that's
Yeah.
the big
For
problem.
Devon.
For
I
Devon,
mean,
Devon,
because
100%.
And for Dean.
credit to them on the weekend, they threw as much as they could at the
Yeah.
Bombers.
Yeah.
And if it wasn't for that third quarter where they just, I think
Lost their shit a
tactically,
bit, didn't they?
Yeah, they
I-
got it wrong.
and you got to remember,
They pitted at the wrong time.
They're young, right? They're young
Mm.
because that's a very different side that
Big
we played
time.
against 2 years ago.
Huge.
So if you're walking back in the rooms at halftime and you're a young kid and you're hearing what's wrong with Kenny,
Yeah.
you're starting to go, oh
Yeah,
shit,
doubts creeping.
geez,
Yeah,
without
yeah.
him, like
Absolutely.
it doesn't matter if
Yeah.
you're head or not. Like
Yeah.
you've lost a really important player.
Yeah,
and then to
agreed.
change their rucks
Mm.
because a ruck goes down, they've got to put Arnold in the middle, that change their forward
Yeah.
line. And
Yep.
Yeah.
you know what I mean? There's just a lot of things happening there.
Oh,
Yeah.
And you lose
And
a
then
lot of
Simmons is a big
leadership
man.
on the ground with a young
Yeah.
group
Yeah.
in that sort of
You
that
guys-
space as well.
You guys have just spent 5 minutes making up stuff.
Yeah.
For all we know,
Good.
he could have been disappointed because he couldn't have played golf tomorrow.
Or he didn't
And
get the
he-
quaddy or
That's
something.
true.
He would have lost
The
a shot.
quaddy
on
didn't
his-
He
got
knocked out
he
the
would
last
have
leg
lost
of
a
the
shot on
quaddy.
his
True.
handicap. He
We
would have
know-
gone. He would have gone out to 3 shots on his handicap.
Yeah,
That's
it's a good
fair.
point. It's
We-
actually
That's
it's a
fair.
very good
It
point.
is a very
At
good
last,
point.
some
I
decent
think you're
intel.
fucking wrong, but it's
Yeah.
a very good point you make. He,
If he gets up next week, we'll credit you.
because he's a plus golfer.
He's a really
he's a-
good
one.
yeah,
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Settlers run, lives on Settlers
Captain of the
run.
pennant team.
Yeah,
right.
Captain of the pennant
Yeah.
Those
team.
are right.
He's very,
Yeah,
very
Andy
good.
knows his way around a green.
Yes, yeah. On
What are we doing? Are we doing takeaways? What are we doing?
Yeah, no, your turn.
Takeaways. I had Devon penciled in as the premiers. And I reckon at halftime I was sitting there thinking, "Oh, you've got this right. Good call, Nish." But it just seems to me that order has been restored, Macca, and the Bombers are just going, boys.
Yeah,
off we
yeah,
go. We'll see you in 2 weeks' time and we'll be ready. Harry will be up and about. Wow. Yep. It just order's restored.
For me
calm
now.
down.
I agree. Yep. For me now. For me too. Yep.
Yeah.
Frankston Bombers are in town.
Yeah.
Jake?
My takeaway, I jumped on the bandwagon of bagging out Pearcedale last week.
Yep.
I thought
You've got a few wrong, haven't you?
Look, I'm not here for tips, all right? I'm here for intel, all right? That's not me. Don't
Jumped off Devon, they made finals.
On
bagged
form.
out Lopo, kicked 6.
Yeah.
Gee whiz, can't get anything right.
You couldn't have Pearcedale with counter.
No, not a chance.
No
chance.
way.
And that's the
On their
reason
last
it's my
month.
takeaway, because the turnaround from Pearcedale, for them to come out at halftime and have 12 scoring shots to 4 against a defensive Somerville, that if they can put that together, they look good.
Yeah.
So that's my takeaway.
Yeah.
I think maybe Pearcedale are finally finding that, and I'm not sure if it's a Eddie thing out. I'm not sure, but it's just
It's a
that.
good point,
They
though.
look different. They'll look very different.
Yeah.
With him
So
not
it'll
there.
be-
So
Yeah, I'm intrigued. That's my takeaway. Pearcedale look good.
Yeah.
Okay, very good. Chief?
Pearcedale, I said it before. I said it again. I'm going to say it one more time, okay?
Did you have to wake him up then?
No, he's already done it. I knew that he'd forget that he's already done it.
You're already done that. I said Pearcedale before.
Right.
He was going to run with it again because he forgot it.
It'd be great if he said the other one, wouldn't it?
Oh, no.
Could you imagine?
Mook out.
What?
Oh, you're not
Fantastic, I
yourself.
love it.
You're not yourself,
Love
Chief.
it.
Fantastic. Well, it is. It's preliminary final now. The Frankston Bombers Football Netball Club seniors are in the big dance. Who is going to meet them? Is it going to be Devon Meadows or is it going to be Pearcedale? What's all our thoughts to be played out this Saturday, the 6th of September, down at RJ Rowley Reserve. Oof. It's going to be epic down there. Devon Meadows taking on Pearcedale. These two clubs absolutely despise each other. Unbelievable, Macca.
Yeah, it's going to be a cracking game. And I'm just having a bit of a look back at the last time they played, because only a couple of weeks ago, It was pretty much a level pegging game all the way through. Maybe a goal of difference to Devon going into the last quarter, and they've got up by 11 points. Interesting to note, Hugh Jones has been best on ground a few times this year, especially of late, having a cracking finish to the year as well. And my concern again is that Dean Kent was literally best on ground in that game, and if he's not playing, I tip it towards Pearcedale.
Yeah, it's
If he plays, I'll change my tip.
yeah.
Really?
I just think he's crucial to them in so many ways. And if we're talking about a game that's level, just about level peg, and I think the Meadows got up by 11 points last time.
Yeah, they did.
If
he does
it's going to
play,
be that close,
is he going to be 100%?
Oh, he's probably not going to be.
No.
And he plays behind the footy. They don't
Correct.
necessarily put
But
him
could
in
you
the
just
middle.
stick him in the goal square?
You could, yeah. Well,
Just so he's on the ground and he's
you could.
directing.
Yeah, you could
And
do
just-
that
yep.
because he's a pretty good player. Because you normally have Hillis, you want to get Hillis down there at times, but you can't afford to get Hillis down there. But with Hillis and Williams and Battle through the middle,
Yeah.
you could
He's gonna get supply,
You
isn't
could
he?
stick him down there, and then you could probably swing Frawley back. If you needed to.
Yeah.
He might not
Yes.
be, depending on, and it depends on who Pearcedale put
That's
in too,
right.
because Pearcedale's forward line are a bit more hybrid.
Yeah.
Obviously, without Eddie down there, so is he needed back there? But he, you talk about a guy who reads the footy behind there. He'll just tick him off. You know, we talk about how good. Chelsea. You've got a couple of big guys that do that.
Yep.
I think that Frawley could go back if you sat him forward if he's okay.
Just
to go.
Dean, you got a 20-metre rope on you from the
Yeah.
goalpost.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
you for the day, mate.
Yep. Yep. So that
Just if
could
you
be
bring,
for
at least
me.
bring it down, won't he?
Yeah. For me, in a game that's going to be so close and two rivals, that's what swings it for me.
Yeah.
So
But there again, if you do get up and he hurts the groin even
he's
more,
gone
you go
for
to a grand final.
Yeah, but you got to get there.
Yeah, exactly
Correct,
right.
mate. You can't win it not being there.
So
Exactly right.
I don't know. I just think that's going to be a big decision
That's
they're going to have to
exactly
make
right.
Yeah.
during the week. Do we play him at 60, 70% or whatever, or do we not? It'll be interesting. So, and we'll test your golf theory as well.
I was waiting on that. He's going to say, you're just making shit up again. Jake, your thoughts?
Yeah, it's going to be a great game. I'm actually really, really excited for this game. I love heated footy in general, and the fact that it's down at RJ as well.
Yep.
Just scenes are set. It's going to be awesome. I'm really.
I think we're going to be on the
excited.
deck, aren't we?
We're on the deck.
Well, I would love to be, but I'm cooking sausages at
Oh, you
Mornington.
are too.
That's right.
I would
That's
love to be at
right.
this game, but
I
I
think
won't
it'll
be.
be a good game of
It's
footy.
going to be
too. Jesus.
bloody electric. Yeah, both games are awesome. But I think from what I'm hearing, if Kent is obviously such a huge leader for them on the ground, and I'm not sure if like him going down with the injury sucked the life out of him on the day last week. So then the boys sort of lost a little bit. I think if you put him out there at 75, 80%, he still has that impact and the effect because Devon is so young.
Yeah.
You look up to your coach and your playing coach as that. You can put him out there, just smack him down forward or just find a spot for him so he can point the fingers while he's out there and give the boys a bit of lift. I think you don't necessarily have to play him at 100%. I think
he still has
just
that
an
role
effect,
to play.
exactly,
20%.
mentally
Yeah.
for the boys to get up and about. I think he has more of a role on than he does off because at least he's directing traffic on the ground. So I'm with you, Macca, in the sense that if he does play, I reckon they get him. And to be honest, I reckon they get him either way. I don't think Pearcedale win this game.
Oh, Struth.
Wow.
Yeah. Pearcedale's form in the last month, they've lost the last 4.5 games, haven't they? They were behind at half time.
Yeah.
Oh, they're behind. Yeah.
I thought that was all she wrote, to be
You
honest.
can't. I don't think you can trust Pearcedale.
Yeah,
I think you can
that's the
trust
thing.
Devon. I'm with you, mate.
yeah,
I reckon.
If Devon pieced together their first half against the Bombers and
Yeah.
like being a young side trying to park the bus against the Bombers might have affected them a bit.
Yeah,
If they play aggressive footy the whole game, I don't see them losing.
yeah. And whether Cruz can kick another 5
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah,
That's-
that's
I mean,
the big
he's
thing.
the difference there,
Yeah.
and it's going to be a spanking day. But look at the
Yeah,
whole. So,
it is.
so Jane
Absolutely.
said. But I just think Devon are more trustworthy, right? Just at the minute,
Yeah.
And whether Dean goes forward or plays at all,
Mm.
I think they've got probably a few more strings they can pull.
I think they can afford.
Who in the defence of Devon goes to Western Daniel? Like that's a tough one because
Yeah,
the Drew boys, like I don't know that's
semi-fat
for me.
Drew and
Half fat.
Drew.
Half fat.
So
Half
I don't
fat
know,
and
like that's
fat.
an interesting matchup, like because they're hybrids and so that's another dynamic. I mean, we all know that it's gonna come back to
Yeah.
who wins through the middle. But
What a matchup that was too. Old Spindle Shanks against Fat Drew.
Yeah.
Clearly the old
there
Spindle
was a sprinting championship going on at one stage. Did you notice with big? We saw it a couple of times, didn't we? Like the matchups and the ball got out there, and from a defensive side, you see a little bit of limping going on, and then as soon as it comes in and it's a ball to kick a goal, then all of a sudden we're running 100% again. We're good to go.
Was that on the run on the left from about 45 out? That was unreal.
But
from
if
Spindles.
Frawley goes to Cruz West, he don't kick 5.
I don't see that.
Yeah, he's
But-
probably different.
No, I know,
size,
but he's
big
big body. He's just going to just have to body him.
Yeah,
all
he
day.
probably more what we said. Then if Frawley might be handy behind the footy this week, just to cut him off.
100%.
Float
He's
around.
a massive body, just cut him off. Yeah,
free him up behind the footy.
but again, you got to have enough assurance up forward. You're going to kick goals.
Yeah,
However,
And he has the ability to kick a lot of goals.
So does Joel.
It's a
So does
bloody.
Joel.
Oh, so does Joel. Yeah,
Yeah.
but if you
Yeah, but
take
we
Joel
know
out of the
Dean
middle,
Kent.
if you take Joel out of the
I
middle,
want him to go forward. I want him to go on the goals.
No,
Yeah.
but Joel, you have to go into the middle if Dean Kent's not there and he's in forward line.
But I think they can afford it.
Yeah.
Just touching on that,
Yeah.
we've spoken about it all year. Pearcedale have conceded so many points defensively that they don't play defense. Pearcedale love a shootout, so they can afford to chuck Dean Kent down back, forward and go put Frawley down back and control things from behind the football.
Yeah.
Lots of variables.
Yeah.
Lots of variables,
I like it.
obviously.
Good
A lot of
final
what ifs.
Footy.
Yeah.
You've been
Oh.
sick of it, Suso.
It's spring. It's spring.
Fair enough, you are.
We're yapping
I feel
away.
like we're getting a wind up.
Does Brett Eddy come back
Let's
in?
start playing the music.
Yeah.
Does
Well,
Mitch Davis still come back
Yeah.
Yeah, Davis is the other one. Do we
Yeah.
know what's wrong? Why he didn't play? Is he
No.
injured?
So the other question is what happened to the teams that played dart last year down at RF Rowley Reserve, and what was the result there?
Oh, Devon got pounded.
No, it was Somerville that got pounded.
Somerville
Got
killed.
Chelsea.
Yeah.
And so did Devon, didn't they, in the first final?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
80
right.
points. Or
So
something.
I'm tipping one of the sides gets absolutely belted, and I think unfortunately the side's going to be Devon.
Yeah, okay.
Mm.
Big ground, big deck. The Pearcedale boys will have the tails up, and with a couple of injuries for Devon.
I don't know. Yeah. Macca?
Yeah, I'm going to, like I said before, it's for me, it hedges on Kent.
Yeah,
So
okay.
I'm going to say that he doesn't play and Pearcedale win.
Right.
Yep.
Oh, look, Devon.
Yeah.
I think they've just got
You said
a
either
couple
way.
Couple more strings.
Yep.
Couple more strings can be pulled.
And you said Devon as well.
I'm backing Devon to the hills because I bagged them out on my first show and they come out and just win, don't they? So they said, up you, JK, and I'll back them.
Janice is now, she's
Janice.
also Janice. She's a number one ticket holder.
Getting her shackles
If
up.
I don't get the shackles up, Janice, she's in the Blue Mountains in the old FX
Yeah, I
Holden,
saw
I think,
the- I
isn't
saw
she?
the thing.
She laid out on the socials, didn't she?
Absolutely.
got
busy.
She just
Busy on the thumbs.
absolute- What do you call that when you troll? She just absolutely
She's
trolls.
in the blue. She's not a sovereign citizen, is she?
Too soon.
Hey, how can we allow that shit to happen, Macca?
That's
You got
another
some
conversation
fucking
for
idiots
another time.
At the protesters holding up the fucking thing for Freeman.
Yeah. It's crazy, isn't it?
Oh, mate, the world we're living in.
Yeah,
Oh,
absolutely.
another story.
That's another
Yeah,
show.
flip it out
That's
of your mind.
another show.
Another 5
That's
shows.
another show.
Christ.
Look, it's a toss of the coin, this one. I think with the way that Pearcedale finish, they bring it into next week and they get the job done over Devon. I think so.
Yeah,
I
no,
think
fair
they're star power for me.
Yeah, their list is.
That is a wrap for Division 2 football. I think we're going to try and get Spook on the phone, maybe.
See
Yes.
how we go.
Yes, there we go.
Spook, as you will have seen, isn't present. He's on location and will be joining us very, very shortly on the Halftime Heroes. But we'll be back with Spooks Soap Box as well as what?
Yeah, and me as
Pallets.
well.
Let me get it out, Sleepy. Jesus,
Take your
wake up.
time about it. We're going to roll out the carpet or what?
Jesus.
He's been off tonight.
Oh,
yeah, a little bit.
no shit.
Yeah.
And then
He's got
a
an itch.
Feed the man. And we'll be back with Sus's Pallets. You're listening and watching the Halftime Hero.
Looking for unbeatable deals on new and used Toyotas? Head to Frankston Toyota, where great service meets great value. From rugged Hilux to fuel-efficient Corolla, we've got the perfect car for every driver. And right now, crazy low finance rates for selected models. Come see why locals trust Frankston Toyota. Just off the freeway. Easy to find, hard to beat. T's and C's apply. Visit frankstontoyota.com.au today.
Welcome back to the Halftime Heroes. Well, as I said at the top of the break, he is on location. The source where he is unknown, but he is in hiding after the Spook Cup. And, definitely after Mount Eliza v Langwarrin yesterday, because there were pointy things thrown at him left, right and centre.
There was a posse gathered after the match. A lynch mob.
Yeah, led by that big grey-headed knob you sit next to.
Macca?
Right.
Fucking rude, mate.
Jeepers. Yeah, I am. That's coaching, mate. That's coaching.
Oh, no,
Yeah,
so, all boys. Lucky I got no hair.
Yeah, I was just about to say you got nowhere to go, Gray.
If I had any hair, I'd be nutsack or arsehole.
Well, it is now time for Spooks Soap Box. Spook, what do you got for us this week on location?
Yeah, sorry I can't be there, lads. I just had to take a run at Victoria. Bombers are the grand final. The mental. I was a fucker one, so I'm out. I'm up in Aubrey, boys. Had to get out. I'm out. So, safe up here.
Yep, absolutely.
Another one.
Anyway, just got a couple of soap boxes. First off, we'll just go with the league. The MPF for now. I know it hasn't happened, but the thought for me that they were going to move the grand final to Rosebud. I know we touched on it last week.
We
I had
did.
to think of it. That would have been the world's greatest disgrace to give a team that's 2-3 games clear on top a home grand final. So moving forward in PFL, if there's going to be a clash of the old grand final to the home, like because the Frankston are there, because they found some form and is going to run into trouble, find a neutral venue for the grand final, for God's sake. It's not fair for everyone else in the competition. I think it's a disgrace that they were going to do that. That's the first one.
Yep.
And then moving on to our great newfound member of the Halftime Heroes family. He's come onto the show, just to let everyone know, he's turned up fucking 3/4 of the way through the year, rocks up with a beanie on his head, does the show twice. He's, I'm in for the show, I'm up and about, I'll do the stats, I'll do this, I'll do that. Mr. Quarter Time fucking hero goes and plays golf with his gay mates, doesn't even turn up. Where was the JK?
Oh,
Let's
that right? When you play golf, mate?
Yeah, I was down with Dean.
fair
Kev.
enough.
You played
God.
golf.
You were down with
on
Dean.
Saturday.
Down with Dean.
Getting some tips.
Good.
Give me a spell. Quarter time hero. Piss off, Jay. You got to be in a group, the whole body hog, mate. You can't just pick and choose. Gee.
Yeah, no, that's poor. Poor by me.
I love you, mate. Oh, God. So that's me, boys.
He's been very good tonight too. Very
Yeah,
good.
he's very impressive.
Yeah, he's
He's
got some good stats.
Hey, Spook, what did you do with Jolie's helmet that you wore into the game on the weekend?
I gave it back to him because I thought he might want to don it so they can get a couple of wins in the way.
Well,
put it back on Jolie.
I thought like he gets a lot of football, Jolie. Very, very good footballer. But I thought he always looks like he gets 10 more possessions in that helmet.
Yeah, absolutely.
He
A few
does
more
stand
votes,
out
too,
to
I-
me.
few more votes. I think he wanted to flash the rug once he got it at Don.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, the turkey special.
Yeah.
And the worry would be with the helmet, it would pull the whole fucking thing off.
That quickly went from you to him, by the way.
I know how to deflect these things, mate. I don't worry about that. Great win on the weekend, boys. Great one on the Eliza, one on the Bombers. Awesome wins. One on to YC. It's all happening, and it's going to be a great final series, boys. So look out.
Absolutely, mate. We
Rightio.
look forward to you getting back into the garage next week. That is for sure.
Can't wait, boys. Take
Well,
care. Have a good night.
And you two will
See
see
you,
you at the footy
See
this
you, mate.
weekend.
See you, lads. I'll be there.
Good on you, Spook. Spook there. Spooks Soap Box on location. You heard it here in Albury. He's left the state. Probably all for good reasons,
Yeah.
I would have thought.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah, sounds like it.
And now is time for Sus's pallets. Let's back that big lift up and, well, give it a shake first because we got to wake the big fellow up, I reckon.
He's right. He's up.
You're up. I just sort of carry on from Spook a bit last week and the week before about the AFL and that. So we saw the youngest player award at the AFL,
Oh,
which
what was this?
which was sensational. Was it 28-year-old winning
28-year-old
the
from Geelong.
Geelong, Paul Mania just won the youngest player award for
Yeah,
the
Manor.
AFL. Yeah, so
Wow.
yeah, 28. He wins the youngest player award.
I'm lost.
Is it
Are
me
we
too?
talking about
Sounds old for a young
amount
player.
of games?
No,
He hasn't
it's
played many games.
Best young player.
best young
That's
player.
Best young player.
So I hadn't seen this. So
No, yeah. So Sean Manor from Geelong has won best young
at
player
28.
at 28 years old. Clayton Oliver won it, and that was what almost 8
100
years
years
ago.
ago.
Yep.
And they're the same age.
So you could.
So there was not a younger player than a 28-year-old
No, the 28-year-old player.
Best young player.
Yep, best young
in the
player.
VFL.
No, AFL,
AFL.
award. It was,
What?
It was
Yeah.
of the
At
All
the
Australian night.
All-Australian night. So I thought
Sean Manor won best player at
Having
28.
having a really good time.
So
Really
my
ripping them in.
question would be
Yeah,
around the
there
game.
has to be
He's
something
he's come from the VFL. He had an unbelievable
Kicks.
game for Werribee in that grand final.
kick 6 goals.
Kick 6, and then came to the Cats. He would have only played 2 years.
No, well, yes, correct.
Yeah.
So he's
Qualified.
probably got
He's qualified.
what would he have? 30-something
Under.
games.
Under, I think.
So in AFL terms, yeah, I can understand that.
Mm.
But if you're talking age,
No, AFL terms, he's won the best young player.
He's not the
of-
best
I think
inexperienced
it's,
player.
I think it's
yeah,
poor wording on the award.
It has
Wow.
to.
Well, they're on a real roll.
Yeah, so that
They
was
can't do anything right, can they?
so that was an eye opener.
That was bizarre.
The car parking fees at Balnearing.
Oof.
Wow.
That's
Oh,
ordinary.
yeah, that's it.
So everyone, so the Balnearing people were up and about. They were ready, having a great weekend and all that type of thing. And they've just copped hurls of abuse from the visitors from out of town for you cost me $204 for a parking ticket. So that's not a good look.
That's
No,
me,
that is-
that's
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 rotten.
inexcusable.
Young
Yeah.
families coming in to watch their kids play or their kids'
Yep.
kids or whatever, and it's just
don't use parking on the side of the road like any normal.
no, it's
Yeah,
just
so,
Just horror.
yep.
it
So
is.
that
It's
was
horror.
that's a good one, but no, that's about it for me.
Oh,
I've been
Couple
running
of
a bit
couple of
slow
pellets.
today, so-
Yeah, mate, you're going all right, mate. We're nearly there, mate.
I've had to poke you with a stick a couple of times to make sure you're alive.
I need that. You have to give me some more Valergan just to
Valergan.
quiet me down a bit
What the
more.
fuck's Valergan?
That's Finnegan.
Yeah, it's Finnegan. I think he's had Finnegan.
He needs a gherkin right up
Never
the
Valergan.
patookin and just
Valergan.
get him up and about, I think. Jesus. Well, that is very good from you, Sasa. I think the sooner we get out of here, the better. So
I think so.
he can go to he can just crawl underneath the executive producer desk and maybe just go to have a little nap, I think. Yeah. Little nap.
It is nearly midnight.
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
I'll tell you why I'm so tired.
Why?
Really? Because the numbers and the messages and all the replies on social media.
It's going off.
It's hard.
I just can't keep up.
Yeah.
It is going through the roof. So thanks for all your support, folks.
Absolutely.
it's good
Halftime
fun.
heroes
Good
are
fun.
up in arms. Absolutely. And I make special note too, just to jump on the on Spooks Soap Box for a second. There's a couple of things, but I won't go into it because we need to wrap it up. But we weren't on the ground at all over the weekend.
Not allowed to do that.
It was from over the other side of the fence because we've been told that halftime heroes aren't allowed to do anything on the ground. So we obeyed the rules that aren't really in existence, but we'll play the game.
I'm sorry about the reception in the Crib Point pool as well. I tried.
Yeah.
It just wouldn't work there. They're unreal.
You were literally swimming with the tadpoles in there. It was unbelievable.
Just play the game, though.
Yeah,
Keep
play
everyone happy.
exactly.
Just
Keep
don't
everyone
That's what
happy.
we
We're
do,
trying to
make it
promote
happy.
the great game that is the MP final, but that's okay. We'll stay out of the ground. That is a wrap from the Halftime Heroes. Special thanks and shout out to Ferraro Pizza in Wilson Road, Mornington, for hooking us up tonight with some delicious pizzas, capricciosa, Hawaiian. Who doesn't love pineapple on pizza? And the garlic pizza was very, very nice. So thanks to Ferraro Pizza in Wilson's Road. Special thanks, and of course, major sponsor of the Halftime Heroes. It is Toyota of Frankston, Mornington, and Rosebud. And thank you to you, Chief, Master Button Pusher, Executive Producer, and wake up, Chief. It's time to push the buttons. Wake up, Chief. It's time to go to bed.
We're all good.
We're all good. Thank you to you. I know you got plenty on at work at the moment, mate.
Yeah,
so
it's been
thank
happening
you
down
for
there.
thank you for making yourself available.
No worries, mate.
Always
Loved
a pleasure.
It. Always love
It's
it.
always a pleasure having you on board, mate. Your intel's exceptional.
It's pretty
It's
good.
unbelievable. And you didn't like him last year.
I
Jeez.
I didn't mind him at all.
Mate, you plowed into
Not
him.
at all.
Plowed into him.
Just
Unbelievable.
torch
Who had him on?
Has it got to do with in the grand final show that I had to build up Dramana and I left your boys?
Probably.
Maybe this year.
It was before
maybe
that,
this year if they make
because
it,
he
I'll
took-
jump on.
He,
yeah.
he took
Can I
off
have that in
again.
writing?
Well, leave it with me.
Fair enough.
Always great to have you, my man,
it's
beside
great.
me.
It's like in racing parlance, it's heading towards Derby Day. You know?
Yeah, it
Derby
is.
Day is the
Yeah.
best day of racing.
Yeah.
This weekend, get to the local footy.
Absolutely. Well
No,
said.
it's
Couldn't have
get
said
all
it
like a
any
footy.
better myself. Thank you for you, Jake.
Thank you, sir. Thanks for having me, Sus. In the wonderful garage that we sit in.
Absolutely. Well, that is a wrap from the Halftime Heroes. It has been a pleasure. I hope you've enjoyed the episode. Make sure, as the commission said, you get to where, please. We're going to RJ Rowley Reserve. We're going to Mornington Alexandra Park, and
back
we're
to
going
Olympic.
to and back to Olympic. So if you want to see some top quality football, make sure you head to those grounds, pay your fee, and you will not be disappointed. But that is a wrap from the Halftime Heroes. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night.